Hi, so it is Sunday, May 17th, 2020, and I just wanted to just come on and tell you a little bit about myself. This is Gogo's Corner. I'm Gogo. Um, and so I decided to do a channel because there are things that I keep thinking about that I kind of want to get out, and I figure this is the best way to do that. Just random thoughts sometimes pass through my head. I'm interested in a ton of things. Like I love everything metaphysical. I love everything fantasy. I love just random things in general. I love fairies and I love mermaids and I love dragons. Um, and I also love doll houses. And then I'm very spiritual, so I'm very much into spirituality, also very much into divinations and tarot cards. I do divinations. I do tarot cards. Um, and also I like just in general, I love random things. I'm a healer, and I am a priestess. I'm a Sangoma. And so what that is I am a medium on behalf of the ancestors. So whenever I do divinations, I'm speaking to the ancestors of the person who I'm speaking with, and they are telling me what it is that their family needs, why they're in front of me, why I'm talking to them. They tell me what it is that they need, and um, and that's what I do. And sometimes, like, I'll have thoughts and feelings and ideas, and I just haven't been doing a whole lot of video recording, but I'll write them down and I'll do voice recording. So now this is my first video recording, and I expect for this to just be very random. Maybe at some point it'll become more general, but I like random. Um, but I like the consistency of randomness, if that makes any sense. So I just thought I would go ahead and put this out there. Um, so the first thing I thought about was soulmates. A lot of people have ideas on soulmates and twin flames, and I just wanted to share my ideas on what they were. Um, and there's tons of information out there, and you don't have to take my word for it at all. Like, by all means, do your own research, but for me, a soulmate is not one being, but a soulmate can be several beings. Um, Soulmates can come in every genre. Like you can have people born in the same family and they can be your soulmate, like a sibling or a parent. Very close friend at school can be your soulmate. And these don't have to be romantic relationships at all. You have several people, like 120 something people. There's usually a soul group born at the same time that are all descend and come to Earth and are born in different places, but born around the same time. And these will be people that you go to school with, people that you go to work with, people that you meet and stay in your life for a little bit while you're here. And soulmates do not have to be people that you like. Not all soulmates are here for you to like them. Some soulmates are specifically in your life so that you can learn a lesson, so that you can learn what you need to. Some soulmates are there specifically to push you. There might be that one person that you're around, that just comes around, that irks your nerves. You cannot stand this person. You want to go away every time this person comes up because they always have something to say. But what is that person there to teach you? This might be someone in your soul group if you can't get rid of them and you don't know why they're there, but they're still there. They might be in your family and they're constantly spouting off these ideas and their truths and their versions of things that you just do not agree with at all, but they're constantly there. And your goal, like your lesson may be to learn how not to have this person push your buttons. That might be their specific reason for being in your life, which means that they will definitely push your buttons, and you have to learn how to not let them. So my soulmates are not always um, fluffy bunny type situations. They're just really not. And a soul tie is there so that you can learn from that tie, um, and move on with your life to not get stuck in one position or one place. Um, so, as I feel like soulmates can be anybody. Your twin can be a soulmate. Um, your siblings can be soulmates. Your best friend can be a soulmate. People that have been in your life just forever, a teacher can be a soulmate. You know, what are you learning from this person? They have something to teach you. You know, you might feel a really strong bond or connection with somebody, and they may be 30 years older than you, a grandmother figure. Then you just have this bond and this connection, and they may be a soulmate for you. What are you learning from them? What are they learning from you? You know, and so I know that a lot of people are hung up on the idea that a soulmate is that one person that you're just supposed to be with forever. But a soulmate can be anybody, and you can have several of them, and you may or may not end up with a soulmate. Yes, it's possible, but it is not one thing. It's just not. And you have to figure out who these people are in your life because people may be there for you to just specifically learn a lesson from, and they may be a karmic tie. A lot of people get married to karmic ties and they think that that's a soulmate or a twin flame, but it's just a karmic situation that has followed you from one life to another because it wasn't resolved in some way, and now you're doing this again, probably with the same soul, and you have to figure out what you were supposed to learn from this person. Or what they're supposed to learn. Like, it's not your idea, like, it's not your job to figure out what they're supposed to learn from you, but what are you supposed to take away from it? How is it going to benefit you? What do you need to do differently to make sure that you don't have to repeat the situation again? What are you learning? What are you learning? What are you learning? Is your ego getting in the way? You know, do you feel like you have to be right all the time? And then you get into the situation with another soulmate, and now you got to be right all the time. Like, what is it? It's not always them. Sometimes it's you. You got to look at both halves of the equation, and then you just got to figure out which one is right for you. So I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, and I'm pretty sure I'll come back to it at some point. Um, so with the idea of that, I do want to like just get one of these cards, pick a card. I love this deck because it's so tiny, so cute. I love it so much. Super tiny. I love miniature things. So doll houses, and things like that with just like the tiny little items. I love it. I love it so much. So I just wanted to pull a card and see what it has to say. And it is the Three of Cups. So when I do pull cards, I like to listen to spirit. I like to consult the book, see what the book says. I like to just read what the book says. I listen to what's coming to me, and then we determine why this was up. So it is the Three of Cups, and it's not reversed. Okay, so this is saying that people around you are looking for a physical touch right now. Um, Words of encouragement. How can you help them, but without them feeling like they're looking for help from you? Right now, everyone is stuck inside. Not everyone, but a lot of people are stuck inside for quarantine. People aren't hugging, people aren't as affectionate. as they were previously because of this coronavirus and the quarantine that's happening. So right now, people are a little bit on edge and they're seeking this connection with you, with people in your life. Like, where is this coming from for you? So if people are around you, you might want to just say, I appreciate you for this or for that. I love you. I care about you. Like, this is difficult, but we'll get through this. Words of affirmation, words of encouragement are really good right now, just in general. And I feel like this is coming up because everybody needs that right now. Like we're in a state of just distance and alienation, and you can't be in each other's faces, but you can still say, hey, we're going to get through this. We are. We don't have a choice, you know? So um, just be aware of that in your everyday life. Be aware of the fact that people need words of encouragement, and to stay grounded and centered within yourself so that you can be in a place where if that comes up for you, you can recognize that, you know. So I just wanted to pull a card, and I am appreciative of you being with me today, and I hope you come back. Okay, so close out.